things. Oh, yes, right. Mythic Plus numbers. I believe we have updates. Yeah, so remember the context here is that the new Mythic Plus system means that, fewer keys will be registered, or fewer dungeons are done with keys, which is to say there used to be 20 difficulty, up to plus 20 covered by keys. Now it's only up to plus 10 covered by keys. So in the first week, you would expect the numbers to be lower because a higher proportion of people would have been doing Mythic Zeros, which are the equivalent of old Mythic Plus 10s. But now that time is passing, we perhaps will see those numbers change. Numbers. So our total number of numbers, words, 1.42. No, that's timed. 1.6. 1.6 million. Week 1. Which is
good.
Yeah, that's fairly reasonable. It is lower than other seasons, but again, you would expect it to be that. I think Night Stalker was saying that about 40% of keys would have been in the old plus 2 to plus 10 range. So if you were to scale that number up by 40% to account for the people who are maybe running heroics or M0s, you could maybe see that being a higher number.
Indeed. Let me go see if I can find anything interesting on the actual page. Will you function OBS? You have. Fantastic. You didn't break. So, doing some illegal mathematics here. Getting ahead of yourself, sorting this out. Where is the Wiggly World timed? So let's look for an example, right? Week 1 runs 1.6 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Season 3, week 1, 3.2 mil. So we're looking at a 50% drop in Mythic Plus keys completed. Game's fucked. It's over.
Game.
It's over. So keep in mind that around 40% of keys were done in the realm of keys that no longer exists.
Yes.
And that M plus 10 has been superseded by M0, which made up quite a decent amount of the keys been done. I wouldn't have a statement for you. We're looking at...
And also Season 4 has no new content.
We're looking at similar enough performance, theoretically, to Season 3 in a season that has no new content, but is instead shoveling everything else. Which means that, accounting for the situation, this is incredibly good news for World of Warcraft, in that it can hold the Mythic Plus attention in that.
Well, it was 40%, then would be at about 2.25 million.
Yeah. So we're looking...
So we're down a third, probably, if we weight the numbers.
Yeah.
But I think that makes a lot of sense, considering Season 4 is just a, you can keep playing, I guess. We have nothing new sort of tier. So I think that's even itself quite a strong showing.
Yeah, it's very impressive that despite the splintering of World of Warcraft, they're keeping this shit up.
Yes, now into 8,000 different products.
Yeah, because I'm sure we're going to see some big fucking numbers out of Mop Remix when that ends, and they say we had this many Mythic Garage kills, this many bits of gear dismantled, and all the fucking numbers that aren't. This is how many players played it.
Every number but the one we really want to know.
This is how much money we made. Just say that. Just say we made $1 billion from this, and everyone will go, fantastic. Yeah. I freaking love these spreadsheets, dude. This one's Night Stalkers. He does an exceptional job with shit that I couldn't be bothered to do, which is getting all this data and combining it and checking it, make sure it works.
And we're up, about 5-10% for the next? I need better glasses.
Well, that's the weird thing. The drop-off in Season 3 was pretty, as we expect, pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Because we have drop-offs, because people are like, yeah, I'm fucking not playing this bullshit game anymore.
Season 3, of course, contact-wise, one of the strongest of all time.
Yeah, the strongest of all time.
The strongest of all time.
By an unbelievable margin. So we see a little bump here. A bump. Interesting.
Consistent, yeah.
Interesting. That's a very big thing to see.
Of course, so as you see week 2, that will be some people coming from M0 into actually doing keystones.
Yeah. Nice. I've made this bigger, and now it works worse. So yeah, that's interesting.
And we can
Did
see our
that?
in-time ratios. See, 84%,
84,
80, well, it's more like 86% for week 2. What are we now?
We are.
We are lost in the
Bro. Fair enough. Which is kind of weird because
There you have it.
we have so much harder keys. Comparatively.
Oh, yeah, they changed the scaling.
all the easy keys
Yeah.
are gone. So you assume the easy keys would make up a portion of that ratio.
Similar content, same players,
Yeah.
similar results.
Yeah. Wow, it's almost as if they've finally managed to make this work reliably.
Yeah.
It just took them a bunch of time to get there. What's that? Iteration? Incredible. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They managed to do it. Managed to make it happen. I don't think there's much else we can figure out from this. Just because we don't have a huge amount of data just yet.
There isn't, but it does show that
Yeah.
for what I don't want to call it phoned in because it's, I think, purposefully lighter, which is not phoned in. Phoned in is like you couldn't give a shit. It's purposefully lighter, I think, because they know they have plenty of other things going on. So for a purposefully lighter season, those are some pretty insane good numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, those numbers only exist because of the hard work of what came before, and that similar work ethic will need to continue going forward, obviously.
Absolutely.